heaven.
I won't be able to live without you.
Hallowed be thy name.
I know 'tis wrong to speak of such things, but my love,
Thy kingdom come,
even if you feel so little affection for me,
thy will be
at
done.
least hear me out.
His will be done, Deborah.
'Tis not his will, 'tis the will of Colonel Pynchons.
Do not bring the devil into my final thoughts.
But you please, if for no other sake than the sake of mine and our children.
For your sake and the sake of our children, I must not relent.
His land is land worth dying for.
'Tis all that matters now.
I fear we do not then.
This land, 'twill be yours. 'Twill always be Mall land. Why else should we have left all we knew and loved to come to this strange place? Why else but to dig deep and plant our roots so the children of our children could grow and prosper? Prosper and flower like the lilies my eyes will soon no longer see. Who's there? Who's there?
'Tis I.
Hast thou asked so vile a devil to share my last moments on earth?
No, husband. Goody Moll did not ask me to come here. I am here of my own accord.
For what purpose? To gloat?
To beg.
Colonel Pynchon, a beggar? Thou hast never struck me as one who even asks, let alone begs.
Your wit stays with you to the end, I see. Knowing that the gallows rope awaits him, most men would be upon bended knee, begging forgiveness, in full knowledge that by noon they shall be with their Maker.
I have no need of forgiveness upon your account.
No.
Well, I don't know what to say, except I don't need to forgive you, do I?
The sight of you makes me froth at the mouth. The sound of your voice blinds me.
Well, I'm sorry about my property bewitching you, Colonel Pynchon.
Property rightly settled and claimed by my husband.
Not rightly claimed at all.
The courts have seen my papers.
And they have seen my claim of prior ownership due to a grant by the legislature.
But the boundaries, they are not clearly defined.
Still, you serve on land belonging to me.
Why do you need our measly parcel of land anyways, when you have secured so much more in your name? What good will it bring you?
The spring, the clear, fresh water from Eden itself, not to mention the location where I intend to build my house.
Never! Never shall you build your house on my land!
Never is a very short time for you, Ma. But I can help.
Oh, husband, can this be true? Will you help us?
The good Lord helps those who help themselves.
Then how can we help?
I have drawn up a bill of sale for your land.
Get out of here.
Hear her out, husband.
I offer generous terms.
There are no terms to be discussed.
A pity. I could have saved your neck.
How? Do it, for he knows not what he's doing, Colonel Pynchon.
You see how your wife pleads for you on your behalf? She must truly love you.
And I her.
Then why do you subject her to pain and humiliation of the worst kind?
You have subjected her to it.
All I need to do is speak to the judge and admit a certain lapse in judgment, and you shall walk from this cell a free man.
So the judge has something you desire as well.
Sign the paper, Matthew. Sign it and live.
But live how? Under the thumb of the worst kind of evil?
I am not evil. I merely seek what is rightfully mine.
Get out of here!
Give me the bill of sale.
Do not touch it,
I
wife!
shall sign it,
No!
husband.
'Tis not yours to sign!
Your husband alone can relinquish his claim.
Give it up then.
'Tis nearly time.
Forgive us our trespass,
Matthew, please, you must stop this.
as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Stop this, I beg of you.
Lead us not into temptation,
You're a fool, Ma, a damn fool.
but deliver us from evil. Dear God, deliver me from the evil that stands before me as black as night.
Husband, sign the bill of sale, relinquish your claim.
Give me the land and live.
Colonel, you must stop this. We just need more time.
More time would be useless.
My husband is not in league with the devil.
It's as good an excuse as any.
Let me sign the bill of sale.
Oh, dear Goody Moll, what will you and your children do now?
Husband, please.
It is done, wife. Hold thy head up high, and know she will not take anything from you.
The spring and land shall be mine in 2 hours' time, you fool. You best rid of the fool, Goody Moll. He is indeed
I'm laughing at you, Colonel Pynchon.
That is no laughing matter.
Aye, and God will give you blood to drink. You hear me? God will give you blood to drink!
Blood to drink?
His own words, exactly.
But how do you know?
It's only been 150 years. We're not likely to forget something like that in Salem so soon.
I suppose it's worth remembering.
Exactly. For there's the house now.
What's that?
Oh, just a sudden breeze.
I'm chilled to the bone.
Lots of folks have said that.
Certainly is a dark place. You might say, brooding.
Lots of folks have said that.
Let's get away from it.
No, but newcomers like you have got to know the truth.
I could live without it.
See that tree?
'Tis a big one.
Known as Pynchon elm. Planted by Colonel himself before
Before what?
his untimely death.
And what was so untimely about it?
I suppose you're right. Death is untimely, for it was many years after poor Matthew Mole was laid in his grave.
He got the land, didn't he?
Within 2 hours, as to say, he paid Matthew Mole a good pittance for the land and knocked down the hovel they'd been living in.
She betrayed the memory of her husband so willingly?
What else was she to do? She had nothing but the land and several hungry mouths to feed. The colonel paid her a small amount so she could buy a small place on the edge of town where she could live with her children and raise them in the shadow of their parents.
What became of them?
I know only of one, Matthew Mole.
The ghost of his father.
Some say the wizardry of the father fell upon the son.
What do you mean?
Colonel Pynchon hired Matthew Mole to build his house, the House of the Seven Gables. It's about time, Ma. I sent for you hours ago.
I'm quite to finish, Colonel. You above all women ought to realize that gain comes before goodness.
Well, we're not here to discuss what I realize.
Then why have you disturbed me? Is there something wrong with the house?
You built it better than anyone else in the colony could have. That's why I hired you.
No leaks, no creaks in the night, lest they be ghosts moving about.
The place is dry and quiet as a tomb.
Except for Miss Alice's exquisite music.
Yes, my one comfort.
Are you that troubled?
I'm that old, and when you reach this age, you should be so lucky. You will understand that your joints conflict with one another, and your digestion confuses itself.
Yes, it is better than the alternative.
Exactly.
Surely you haven't called me here to discuss your infirmities. Explain your business or make it back to my own affairs.
Very well. You have heard, I'm sure, that we Pynchons have been prosecuting a still unsettled claim of a very large extent of land at the eastward.
Everyone knows it.
Well, I have wondered why our claim has been held up for so long. Then word came to me by way of a dying servant that your father, Matthew Mole, signed a tentative agreement prior to our filing.
Go on.
You know as well as I do that unless this claim is found, nothing can happen to the land. You cannot inherit it because the claim was only tentative, yet no one else can lay claim to the land either.
So, what can a poor carpenter have to do with such grand affairs?
I want that claim.
And you think I would know where it is?
Word from the servant has it that you do know where it is, and that you've hidden it within this very house.
And why would I do such a thing?
To torment me?
When I see it has done its job.
You're no better than your father.
He was an innocent man, wrongly accused by the darkest heart in Salem.
He was the devil's own.
You lied then and you lie now.
He torments me even after his death. The very spring, gushing from the earth beneath us, soured not only a year after we moved into this house.
Well, it seems more like justice than black magic.
Justice be damned. I want that claim. It belongs to me.
I've heard such a claim did exist,
Aha!
but it can only be found with Father's skeleton hand clutching it.
I have heard the same story.
And do you believe it?
Why should I?
Because you had men go into the dark of night to dig up Father's grave.
And you know this for a fact.
You'd stop at nothing to find that claim. Defiling the grave would be the least of these. And what did your men find?
Your father's body.
Go Go on.
His right hand was missing.
That must have been what sent him in running, scattering such a gossip to the four winds like dandelion seeds.
Does it matter? Give me the claim and I will reward you handsomely.
How handsome there.
Name your price.
That sounds like begging, dear Colonel.
It sounds like business.
Very well, business it is. In return for the secret, I want this house.
This house?
The terms are easy. I get a tiny tract of land, a house with 7 gables, but you get more land than all of Scotland.
More land than Scotland? It's a Pynchon destiny. We have known all along that some families rise to the top to seize the good for the control of all. We are such a family, Goodman Mall. The Lord has fairly said so. Perhaps the souring of a well was a sign. Perhaps I should relinquish this shadowy mansion for greater things.
Did father die so lightly?
Your father was a wizard. It was a time of fear and retribution. Yes, I consent to your demand. I will draw up the necessary papers as soon as I have claim in hand.
You shall draw up the papers before you have the claim in hand, and I will not deliver them to you yourself.
Then to whom?
Your daughter, Alice.
You're mad! What could my daughter have to do with business like this?
Nothing, except that I have long admired her, and without her we will not find that claim.
What are you talking about?
Father must tell me where it is.
What?
He alone knows.
You built the house! You know every inch of it!
Yes, but there were times when I did not know what I was doing or remember what I was building, as if a ghostly hand was guiding mine. It must have been during this time that Father possessed me and hidden the claim, for I can honestly say that I have no idea where it is, but he does, and I know he will speak to us through your daughter.
Alice! Alice, come into the parlor! There had better not be a trick in all of this.
Should this be a trick, Colonel? I would go home empty-handed, as would you.
This, Goodman Mall, is my daughter Alice.
Oh, I didn't realize you had company. I can come back later.
My business is with you.
Yes, Alice. Goodman Mall needs your help finding a particular piece of parchment that has unfortunately gotten lost.
I know of no parchment.
Please, Mistress Alice, sit down and do me the favor of fixing your eyes upon mine.
Mother?
Do as he says, child.
And while I turn to Mistress Alice, Colonel, please be so kind as to fetch the paperwork. Now, Mistress Alice, look deeply into my eyes. Don't take yours from mine. See the darkness, see the light. Feel the heat from the light. It warms you on even so cold a day. You drift. You drift between this world and the next.
Goodman Mall.
You are conscious of only my voice. All of the sounds are shut out. Only the music of my voice. And you like the music of my voice, don't you?
Daughter?
Do you see a light?
Yes. A bright wondrous light.
It is a warm, inviting light. You want to go to it.
Stop this, Mall.
I must go to it.
But my dear Alice, it is coming to you.
Stop this, Mall.
To the light, Alice. Go to the light.
No! Alice, no!
Behold your daughter.
Alice, my own Alice!
Speak louder, Colonel.
Alice, awake, awake!
Best touch her. Shake her. Shake her
Alice,
up.
awake! Alice, my own Alice, awake, awake! You think you and your father have robbed me of my daughter? You'll follow your father to the gallows. You'll die for this.
Shh, quiet, please, your worship, or you'll spoil those rich lace ruffles at your wrists. Is it a crime if you sold your daughter to the mere hope of getting a sheet of yellow parchment into your clutches?
Give her back. I pray you.
She is mine. Mine by the right of the strongest spirit.
You fiend! Give Alice back!
Oh, Colonel, rest. Rest now. Remember all that has come before. And pray, what is that I see at the corner of your mouth? Could it be blood? Blood that God has given you to drink? Oh, Colonel, justice is done. Alice, Mistress Alice. Dance, Mistress Alice. Dance for your mother.
The funeral were the greatest in Salem up to that time and probably since.
Surely Matthew Mall followed his father to the gallows.
On what charge? It was that it had been found that he was in the house for the servant finally spoke up, and it was until he had disappeared.
Disappeared?
Vanished, never to be seen or heard from again. The last few moths that lived in this part of town died years and years ago. They lived in a far corner of the cemetery, and probably not too well.
Oh, but the house has fallen into bad repair.
No one promised a pension, a fortune at last.
So the family never got the tract of land to the east?
Not that I imagine they've forgotten.
But what brings us here now? Surely you're not done with your marketing.
You'll see.
Oh dear. Customers so soon?
A cent shop on Pynchon land doesn't quite seem right.
What else is the core thing to do?
Surely there's something left of the family fortune.
Not a cent for poor old Miss Pynchon. What a delightful cent shop you have here.
What can I do for you today, Mrs. Scrubbins?
Well, I'm in need of...
Thimbles. You told me thimbles.
I sure did, Miss Wiggins. So, you know, I've often thought of opening a cent shop just like this one.
It hasn't exactly been one of my dreams.
Well, of course not, with this lovely house and all.
This house has never been lovely, but it's mine, and it's all I've got.
I imagine it's quite an expense, not to mention the work involved.
You do have a staff, don't you?
Did you find a thimble to meet your needs?
Well, how about this one?
That'll be 3 cents.
Here's 5. And don't bother about the change.
You know what? You're my first customer. Take the thimble. May your stitches always be straight and tight.
But Miss Pynchon...
I'll make it up on my next customer.
Oh, thank you. We wish you the best of luck.
The very best.
Good day.
Of all nerves,
I thought it was very sweet of her.
I don't need her charity. Just like all Pynchons, taking the upper hand, looking down on folks.
Nettie, if Mother finds out we came here,
But it's a new shop.
so Old Maid Pynchon runs it.
So?
Do you want to see her die on the spot like all the other Pynchons have in that very house? God will give her blood to drink. That's what Mother says.
Mary, she has gingerbread there for a penny.
You don't need a cookie. Good morning. Nettie. Your sister's nervous, young lady.
She's always nervous, especially...
Hush, Nettie. Has something caught your eye?
Yes, a gingerbread man.
And they're tasty, too. It's quite all right. I don't include a ghost along with every cookie I sell.
See there?
You know what? You're my first customers. And it's not good luck to charge your first customers.
Really? Well, I won't give you anything but good luck.
Let's go. You
You
come
are
back.
positively rude.
Give me that thing.
My gingerbread man, you killed it.
Come home now, or I'll see to it Mother whips you good.
I hate you. I hate you.
Will there ever be an end?
Let's hope not, Miss Pynchon, because it's only the beginning. And otherwise, how are you going to make a living?
Mr. Holgrave, I think Rose is with you.
I'm proud of you. You finally opened.
And I can't go square with it. I'd rather be dead than the family too. My mother, my father, and my sister. The life's too chilly, too cold. And I'm too old to have to put up with it.
You'll feel much better once the business gets going.
I thought the rent that you paid for the garden house would make ends meet.
I'd gladly pay more.
How can you? You're a deretitis. You can barely keep yourself in suit. And looky here. A button missing on her vest. Take it off and let me repair it.
Would you look at that? And I hadn't even noticed. And if it weren't for you, I'd walk around looking as shaggy as a rag picker. That's no way to find a lady to marry.
Speaking of which, have you found someone?
Not at all. You wouldn't by any chance entertain the thought of becoming my wife?
Mr. Holgrave, you can be a terrible man sometimes. You wouldn't want old baggage like me hanging around. Desperate old fool who's bound to end up in a quick grave for disgracing her ancestors, though.
If I were you, I look upon this as one of the fortunate days of my life. It ends an epic and begins another. You've been frozen in this house, cut off from everything. Now you've opened the door to the world, and you can find it can be a wonderful place.
It's not a wonderful place for a pension. Not in this house. It's born a lady, Mr. Holgrave. I had always lived as one. This shop, it's not the life of a lady, I'm afraid.
But it is a life, dear lady, and allow me to make a purchase. I'm about to walk to the seashore, and some of those biscuits dipped in seawater will make a wonderful breakfast. How much for a dozen?
Allow me to be a lady a moment longer. A pension does not charge her only friend for a morsel of food. Oh my, back so soon?
Yes, I have another gingerbread man.
Then you shall have it, but I'm afraid this one will cost you a penny.
There you go.
I'll lay more gingerbread out, now that I know you like it so much.
Yes, certainly.
Watch out, you clumsy child!
Pay him no mind, child. Come back whenever you please.
You really done it.
What do you expect? I have to eat.
I suppose, but a cent shop?
I was born, raised, and lived a lady cousin. This is not the life of a lady, but what else am I to do?
Cousin, yes, we are that. I need a pipe.
One like this?
Exactly like that.
5 cents.
Glad to oblige. Tell me, Cousin Hepzibah, what do you know of a Mrs. Bentley?
She was my servant that I let go about a year ago. She was too old to be any good other than to give me another mouth to feed, which I could ill afford.
She's dying.
God bless her.
She's asked to see me.
I can't imagine why.
You don't suppose it has to do with this house, do you?
Did you find anything else that you needed?
No, this pipe will do me just fine on my trip to Mrs. Bentley's.
Stop it, Alice! Do you hear me, girl? Stop it! Get out! Get out!
Oh, as we stand here, there's a place that haunts that place. Servants have told me of hearing the terrible moans and seeing the strange lights at the window.
But servants are prone to gossip.
Rebecca, I myself have seen the figure of a ghost moving about.
You're joking.
My blood went cold when I saw it one night, cold as stone.
You poor thing. Could you tell who it was?
Matthew Mole, the hanged wizard. Who else could it have been? And who can this be?
Look at her outfit. Clearly not from the city.
And suitcase. Odd. But what else is new at this house?
Oh, good morning. Is this the Pynchon house?
Never called that. It's the house at the Seven Gables.
Well, does Miss Hepzibah Pynchon live here?
Has all her life.
I wasn't told she runs a scent shop. Opened just this morning.
Word has it that poor old Miss Pynchon has fallen on hard times.
Then I'm just in time.
Hello? Are you at home, Miss Pynchon?
I'm here. I was sending my things.
Dear Cousin Hepzibah.
Cousin? Why do you call me cousin?
I'm Phoebe. Phoebe Pynchon?
Little Phoebe Pynchon? Arthur's daughter. How do I know you're telling the truth?
My mother wrote me a letter of introduction.
Wait. For in this light, I can see the image of your father. You are Phoebe Pynchon. Why, child, what brings you to Salem? How come I didn't receive a letter of your arrival?
I'm terribly sorry about that, but it was my mother's idea. You see, work at the farm isn't pressing, and she wanted me to tend to you.
Tend to me? I'm quite old enough to tend to myself, thank you.
I can see that. Your shop is lovely.
It's a work of the devil, but the devil must be paid.
Then it's good I'm here.
I have room, child, but there's little else I can do for you. I feed myself on scraps, and I don't see me keeping you here for more than a night.
But cousin, I'm here to help. I can run the shop if you like.
Run the shop. But you're a child. What would you know about running a scent shop?
Well, I know very much about ciphering, and my father always said I could sell a blind man a pair of glasses. I worked several months at a shop in the country, and the owner said I sold more while I was there than anyone else ever has.
Good morning.
I need a sugar basin. Let me show you what we have. Here we are. Silver-plated and bone china.
Oh dear, they really aren't at all what I'm looking for.
But the china one is beautiful, wouldn't you say?
I don't know.
The color of the flowers matches your eyes.
It does?
I wish I had eyes this color. You're so lucky.
Really? No one's ever told me such a thing.
Well, it's no wonder. Jealousy ties many a tongue.
How much? For the china sugar basin?
15 cents. Shall I wrap it for you?
Yes, do be careful. I wouldn't want it broken.
I'm sure everyone will enjoy the basin, and they'll think of your eyes whenever they take any sugar. Sweets for the sweet.
Oh my, you have a lovely shop here. I shall be back.
Thank you. Come again. Well, wasn't I clever?
Clever's the word for it. I couldn't have done any better with that old cow.
Then it's settled. You go about your business, and I'll go about mine. What was that?
What was what?
I heard someone moaning.
It's an old house, cousin. It's prone to its aches and pains.
But I'm sure it was a person. I don't understand why you dragged me all the way to Pynchons Street again.
I need some thread.
I told you, I have thread. Every color you could possibly need. Why we need to come out with a storm brewing is beyond me.
You don't have anything right for the cape I'm making for my niece. I need something in a, well, it's quite an unusual color.
It's that girl, isn't it?
She does brighten up the shop, don't you think?
A godsend for poor old Miss Pynchons. If she was to run the shop, she'd never make a cent, except for that child gobbling up all the gingerbread.
Phoebe Pynchon is like a breath of fresh air, and I don't mean just for Miss Pynchon.
And that she gets from her mother. Phoebe is no Pynchon. Oh, good afternoon, ladies. Is there something I can help you with? Bag of licorice, perhaps? A bottle of vanilla? A thimble?
These ladies don't need a thimble. Just bought one last week, wasn't it? Surely it hasn't outlived its usefulness. So, soup.
Well, of course not.
Well, Miss Pynchon, you're certainly looking well, company must agree.
That it does.
And I came at just the right time to make myself useful. The shop's up and running just like a top. Speaking of which, you ladies wouldn't have need of a top, would you? Look at these. Just arrived this morning.
Aren't they the cutest things? Look, Dixie.
I'm sure your little ones would have hours of fun with one.
Little ones. Oh, gracious me. Did you hear that, Dixie?
My youngest is a daughter herself, and she would know better than to let her girl walk home and...
My youngest boy is off to sea. Oh, how I wish he were still home playing with the top. But you can't stop him from growing up, can you?
I'm sure that's how your mother feels, Miss Phoebe. Off to this city, at such a tender age, to this house. My mother encouraged me to come visit Cousin Hepzibah for a spell. Cousin? Huh?
Yes, the blood of the Pynchons runs through our veins.
I did not doubt that for a second.
And how do you like our fair city?
Oh, it's a bustling place, I must say. Far busier than what I'm used to at home, but then most places are. You know, I've met more people here in a week than I've known all my life in the country. And the house, do you like it, child? It's got quite a history, doesn't it? So you know the secrets. It's told me enough. So the walls talk. They just tell quite a story about your family.
Did you find what you needed?
Oh, dear. What was that came for?
Red, a certain kind of color thread. We have quite an array of colors. Let me show you what we have.
Oh, my. How about this one?
That'll be 2 cents.
Here you are. Thank you.
Stay in Salem, child. Your cousin couldn't do without you. Is that right, Miss Pynchon?
My cousin is welcome as long as she likes. Good day. Oh, baby.
What's wrong, cousin?
That woman. She's as vicious as a viper. I've worked my whole life to stay away from people like her. And now, I have to serve her with every beck and whim.
Well, she's got no history with me. Next time you see her coming, take a book, run to the garden, and you'll look like a lady of leisure. She'll die of jealousy.
A lady. How I wish I was still in my youth. When I could put rings on my fingers instead of put them on others. When I could tie ribbons in my hair instead of sell them. When I could use this pen to write my fellow.
Oh, dear. You hear it, too.
Why doesn't she stop?
Cousin, there's no one in this house but us.
Stop it, Alice! Stop it!
Cousin!
Alice!
Cousin Hepzibah!
She's still at it. Sir, let me have a look at you. Yes, you look a lot like your father.
I'm sorry, sir. Did you know my father?
Indeed I did. We grew up together.
He never mentioned anyone like you.
I should think not. Your father was a smart man.
I thought so.
And the smartest thing he did was get out of this town.
Cousin, I'm coming!
No! Stay here.
Because of Hepzibah!
She hasn't told you. There. It will be quiet now. She must not want you to know.
Know what? And who are you to stand there like a shadow, darkening what little happiness my cousin has?
I'm also her cousin. I'm Jaffrey Pynchon. Judge Jaffrey Pynchon. Has Hepzibah not spoken of me?
She has not, sir.
It is no wonder.
And why's that?
You must ask her.
Cousin Hepzibah is very guarded about what she says.
No doubt.
It appears she has very good reason to be.
Yes, as many reasons as floorboards, as many ghosts as window panes and attics.
What ghosts do you speak of?
This place is cursed, my child.
I won't hear such nonsense.
You heard the harpsichord.
My cousin plays very
Cousin
beautifully.
Hepzibah could have plunked out a tune on an overtuned bucket.
You know little of her talents.
She has no talent.
Judge Pynchon.
Nor does she own a harpsichord.
Can I help you find something? Some buttons, perhaps?
And the moaning and the screaming, does it go on all night?
Perhaps I can interest you in an eyeglass case.
No, of course it doesn't. Your hand hasn't yet taken to shaking.
Maybe I can interest you in a change purse.
But it will shake. It will shake as your senses numb themselves to the terrors lurking within.
You're frightening me.
Me? A stranger?
You're no stranger to this house, are you?
I must see Hepzibah, Cousin Phoebe.
How do you know my name?
I know everything that goes on in this house, and I would think that she would be expecting me.
Why?
Get out of my way.
Please. I shall have to ask Cousin Hepzibah if she wants to see you.
Once? Oh, that's a laugh. Hepzibah would never want to see me.
Well, if you know she doesn't want to see you, then please leave.
Why, you? Do you know what I could do to you? Do you know what I've done to thousands more important than you? Tell your cousin the poor servant died.
What servant?
But not before she spoke the truth.
The truth about what?
It is as I thought, and I shall take what's mine. Tell her, do you hear?
Cousin Hepzibah? I'm afraid I must explain about her.
Ah!
Cousin Phoebe! Come back. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why must there be secrets between us?
It's this house!
Your cousin, the judge, told me. I don't want to believe it's haunted, but you have no harpsichord.
So that's why you play.
Who? And who's that man?
This is Clifford. Clifford Pynchon. My brother.
Your brother? He lives here?
Yes, he must. He can stay nowhere else. Clifford, this is Phoebe. Little Phoebe? Arthur's daughter. She's come from the country to stay with us.
Phoebe? Phoebe Pynchon? Arthur's child?
Yes, Arthur was my father.
I'm sorry for frightening you, Phoebe. You're welcome. You're most welcome.
You didn't frighten me, Cousin Clifford. It was the thunder. I hate thunder. But you know what always makes me feel better? A gingerbread man. Here's one for you.
Is it alright, Hepzibah?
It's quite all right, Clifford. Phoebe, I don't know why I didn't tell you. I was just afraid.
You needn't be afraid, Cousin Hepzibah. I'm here to do everything I can for you.
Miss Pynchon? Miss Pynchon?
May I help you, sir?
Miss Pynchon, what an unexpected pleasure.
Do I know you, sir?
You're far more beautiful close up.
I beg your pardon?
Because I should beg yours for being so forward. But I say, cast conventions aside. Speak what's on the heart.
Then I'll ask you again. Do I know you, sir?
I've come to pay my rent.
Mr. Holgrave.
Daguerreotypist, journal malcontent, and artist at your service.
My cousin speaks very highly of you.
And I of her. She's the only honest person in all of Salem, present company excepted.
And how do you know I'm so honest?
I've watched you from the garden. I've seen you come and go. I'm an artist, remember? We honest people move differently from those general run-off-the-mill liars we rub elbows with every day.
I don't think you're being very honest with me right now.
Will you give your cousin my rent?
I will.
I'm in your debt.
Phoebe. Phoebe Pynchons.
Yes, Clifford. This is Phoebe.
You know I didn't do it. You know I didn't kill him. You're different. You held my hand. You know the truth.
Where did you get those pennies from, Nettie?
I didn't steal them.
Mama's gonna want to know.
I can't tell you. It's our secret.
You tell me right now, or I'll tell Mama you stole them, and I saw you.
If you must know, Aunt Bella gave them to me.
Aunt Bella gave you pennies?
She always gives me pennies to do with if I could.
That's not fair. She's never given me pennies.
She said
What? What did Aunt Bella say?
that you hogged the pennies that she gave to you. I enjoyed them. That's why she lets me give me pennies. It makes her happy to think that I'm gobbling them up.
Aunt Bella's a silly old fool. That's
Girl!
Good morning, Miss Scrubbins. Are you planning to go to old maid's state shop?
She has the best gingerbread man in all of Salem.
That must be so, but you must be careful.
Why? See that window?
Dixie, must the children hear this?
Just for their own good.
There's nothing in the window.
But that's where he sits at night.
Who? The ghost.
The tiny children who disappeared, go on, they've become his slaves. Tiny slaves to do his work.
They're the ones in which catch the cats, skin them, and boil them!
There's a special place in hell for those who tell tales so well.
What? You're a presumptuous young man.
Eavesdropping on a private conversation?
In a public street, hardly criminal activity. But character assassination is a crime. Far worse than anything else that's gone on in that house.
And what would you know about what goes on in that house?
I know that there's more sorrow locked within its walls, thanks to people like you, than there is mortar to hold the bricks together.
You, sir, are insufferably rude.
And you ladies are merely insufferable. My card.
Daguerreotypist?
The camera captures the person within. Come in and have your portrait done sometime.
And then the cat leapt lovingly to the child's arms and snuggled tightly in loving embrace, for it knew now and forever it had found a home. The end.
Lovely story, Phoebe. You found a home. And of course, if you go outside and play.
I'm sure the girl will let it go outside and play as often as it likes.
It must be wonderful to go outside and play.
It's not good for some beings to go outside. But the fresh air does all of us good.
Wind is harsh. Dry skin out like an old dish rack.
But to hear the birds and smell the flowers.
Let me take Cousin Clifford to the garden.
No, Clifford. You must stay inside.
But to smell the dirt and hear the water in the well.
In that brackish old pool.
Please?
We shall stray not 10 feet from the door. And if anyone comes, we'll run inside.
Yes, of course.
I suppose. But I'll have to stay in the shop to listen for the bell.
What shall we read, Cousin Clifford? The Bible. We can't go wrong with the Gospels, can we? Come. You needn't be afraid. Take my hand.
And look, a bird. A bird in a tree. And there's a squirrel. It's chewing on something.
We promised your sister 10 feet from the door. Now let me read to you for a bit. Is there anything you'd like to hear?
The story about the stone.
The rocks?
I want to hear about the stones.
Let me see.
He who is amongst sin may cast the first stone.
Matthew. Cousin, who was Alice?
Alice?
It says Alice Pynchon, born 1703, died 1720. May her music last forever.
Oh, she's not dead. She plays her beautiful music when she thinks no mall is listening.
When no mall is listening?
She fears them all.
But they're long gone, aren't they?
We don't do that, do we?
Here you are, Clifford, born 1808. Your eyes are blue for the good you'll do. Are you going to do good, Cousin Clifford?
Good? I know good. With these hands, they've never done good.
And here's Cousin Hepzibah, 6 years your elder. And Geoffrey Pynchon. He's the judge, isn't he? I can't say I particularly like him. He came the other day with the oddest message. What?
Jeffrey!
What about him?
Jeffrey, he's here!
He's not now.
I must hide! I must hide!
Clifford, you must stay here.
He can't find me! He can't!
Clifford, come back. Clifford! Cousin Hepzibah! Cousin!
Phoebe, where's
We're
Clifford?
in that way.
Hurry or I'm in trouble.
The Pharisees and scribes caught a woman who was caught in the act of adultery. They brought her to Jesus. Master, they said, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. The law says she must be stoned to death. What do you have to say about the situation? Jesus bent down and drew a line in the sand. Those of you without sin, he said, may cast the first stone at her.
I can
Oh, Mr. Holgrave, of course. I haven't seen you to thank you for helping us the other day.
Quite all right. The local busybodies had those two girls quite scared with their tales of cat-eating ghosts. And once they saw Mr. Pynchon running towards them, well, I've been frightened too.
You're not like the others in this town.
Nor are you.
I've got some watering to do in the garden.
Where's Miss Pynchon?
Tending to supper?
Now, what was it that set Clifford off the other day?
I'm not sure, but I think it was the name of Jaffrey Pynchon.
The judge, of course.
I asked Cousin Hepzibah why the very name would send him into a rage, but she didn't answer me.
Does Clifford seem happy?
As happy as a child, but like a child easily disturbed.
By thoughts within or feelings without?
I cannot see his thoughts, Mr. Holgrave, so I cannot say. I can only say that a dark cloud seems to come over him at times, and Cousin Hepzibah takes him up to bed.
I think there's more to this than meets either of our eyes, Miss Pynchon.
You know, Mr. Holgrave, I hate to admit this to myself, let alone to you, but I'm beginning to feel what others say about the house. Do you think there's evil locked within its walls?
Within the heart of men, perhaps, but not stone and brick.
And what of the name Pynchon? Is it fraught with evil?
There have been evil Pynchons. Colonel Pynchon embodied greed and killed anyone who stood in her path, but she paid the price.
God will give you blood to drink.
Is it coincidence or justice?
But all that's so long ago.
Is it?
I don't know.
We don't get rid of the past so easily. It lays upon the present like a giant dead body. It's all around this house, and Clifford sees it, and Hepzibah knows. She's been trying to protect us all from it, but the truth has to come out. It has to.
You're frightening me.
I don't mean to. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you.
So all Pynchons are not fraught with evil?
Some are filled with constant defeated hope. Some are filled with remorse. Some are filled with charming beauty.
And what of the Holgraves?
We are the same.
And what are you filled with?
Ambition. I want to turn the world on them.
And how do you intend to do that?
Through my heart.
The daguerreotype?
The camera captures the person within.
And what captures the other part?
My writing.
I didn't realize you wrote.
Have you not seen my work in recent magazines?
I don't read magazines.
Well, maybe this will be of some interest to you. Page 38.
The Strange Case of Alice Pynchon by Thomas Holgrave. You wrote this?
With my own two little hands. And it may answer some of your questions about your ancestors.
Thank you. I now have something to read on my way back to the country.
Back to the country?
Yes, my mother says I must return now.
But you're the very sunshine on Pynchon Street.
You're too kind, Mr. Holgrave. But the house has stood a long time without the little help I've given it. And my cousins have survived under the roof.
No, you breathe life into them.
The shop is up and running successfully. I'm sure Cousin Hepzibah will do well.
No, Hepzibah is like a turtle. Once you pull away, she'll just retreat back into her shell.
Are she and Clifford the only ones who'll be upset by my departure?
I'm sure everyone in town will miss your cheery smile.
And you?
I know we each have our own destinies. You have to go your way, I have to go mine. I've often thought your cheery nature was wasted on this place, and now I fear it must be true.
And I wish you all success, Mr. Holgrave, in turning the world on its edge.
Somehow.
Somehow?
Somehow it seems so important right now. Will you return?
I don't know. Will you be here if I do?
Perhaps.
Suitcase?
Yes, Clifford. Phoebe's gone to the trip. My mother says I must return now.
No. Stay. Don't go.
She needs my help.
But who'll read to me?
I'm sure Cousin Hepzibah will read to you as much as you want.
As long as I'm not in that shop,
Phoebe, how am I going to face this place alone?
Just as you faced it before I came.
Yes, you must go. Your smile doesn't shine as naturally as it did when you first came to us. Then, you chose when to shine out. Now it seems like you choose when it should shine. This place has been too heavy and too hard on your spirits. It's broken, weary, dry. Now I'm no better. Oh, cousin.
Phoebe. When I first saw you, you were the prettiest, most frightened girl. But now, you've bloomed into beauty. You must go. Go now.
See there? The house has driven another one off.
What's the old maid Pynchon to do now?
Probably starve, and it would serve her good.
I just don't know.
I can't make up your mind for you.
What happened to the young woman who worked here?
My cousin returned to the country.
Small wonder.
And what do you mean by that?
You can only cover up a flower for so long, until it dies.
I think you to take your business elsewhere.
And you, Miss Pynchon, will not be in business very much longer. I can tell you that. Even the children won't come near this place, because it's evil.
We're not evil.
It's etched in every line on your face.
Stop it, Alice. Do you hear me, girl? You're not wanted in the Seven Gables any longer. Get out of here! What are you doing?
How do you do, Cousin Hepzibah? And how does this most inclement weather affect our poor Clifford? I couldn't rest without coming by to see if I could help either of you in any way.
I devote myself to Clifford. He needs no one else.
But Hepzibah, you've had your brother secluded for so long it has done him little good. He needs to be out with other people.
He's forbidden to go out, and you know it.
How unkind you are. I did everything I could to save Clifford. No one has cried more over his fate than I. And I've longed to help him in some substantial way.
Get out of here.
Cousin!
How can you stand here in the sight of God and lie as you've done? You hate my brother, and you're coming here and James both.
I love your brother!
Never speak of your love for my dear brother. It'll drive me mad. Now get out of here!
Do not continue to act like a mad woman. Do you forget that I'm Clifford's only friend and a powerful one? It is only by my power that he has been allowed to stay in this house with you.
It's a lodestone I wear around my neck every day.
If you want him to continue living here, you'll fetch him immediately.
You'll not see him. You'll drive him mad. Even at the mention of your name sends him into a rage. Why do you want to see him anyways? He's broken, tired, and anxious to die.
But we can't let that happen, can we?
He's not in danger of death. Not unless you mean to prosecute him as you did so many years ago.
I will tell you why I came here today, Hepzibah. It all happened 20 years ago when Uncle Jaffrey died in this very room. When he left all his possessions to me, except for this house, which he left to you and to Cliff.
And now you wish to take that from us too?
Oh no, dear cousin. The Seven Gables will remain in your possession until you choose to give them up. I'm after something else.
What might that be?
Uncle Jaffrey was rumored to be the wealthiest man in the colonies when he was alive.
So you've had little to live for.
Unfortunately, he made some foreign investments and hid some of his domestic investments.
So you've had...
I haven't gotten my hands on everything, have I?
No, you haven't.
But hear me out. Old Mrs. Bentley, the servant who worked here while Uncle Jaffrey was alive,
told her of a yellow parchment. The same parchment that claims that eastern tract of land we Pynchons have so long thought was ours, but could never prove.
It's been 150 years, Pepper. No one knows where it is, and no one wants it.
You're not altogether correct, Hepzibah. That piece of land is going up for sale by the state if a claim hasn't been made on it. I've exactly 1 month to prove that a Pynchon claim does exist upon the land. Not investors blind them.
For a good price?
For an excellent price.
And you think Clifford knows where it is?
A dying woman does not lie.
Get out of here!
Clifford also spoke to me just a couple months before Uncle Jeffrey died about a secret of incalculable wealth. I thought he meant to tell me, but I've secretly known that he has to know where that parchment is hidden. And if you want to stay here, you will fetch your brother immediately.
Just to increase your wealth? Don't make me laugh.
Fetch Clifford!
Never! You'll not see him.
Clifford! Where are you?
Clifford, run! Get out of here!
I will find you even if I have to tear this place apart brick by brick!
God is looking down on you, Jaffrey Pynchon. He knows the wrong you've done. One day, you will be found out. You will be found out!
Where is he, Hepzibah?
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean. Clifford's gone!
Clifford!
No! Don't go!
Clifford!
Your brother will rot in an asylum for the rest of his life! Do you hear me? Clifford will rot! You and your brother will rot!
You'll never trouble us again!
I must say you look a fright, Miss Pynchon. Anything wrong?
No, nothing!
But you're pale as a ghost.
Surely you're not frightened of the storm.
It's the least of my worries!
We heard some shouting a while ago. Seemed to come from your parlor.
We thought you lived alone.
But the other voice was the voice of a man.
Get out of here! Leave me in peace, my shop is not open!
Such a pity. I was in need of a thimble.
Get out of here! Why do we only find peace in death?
Oh, most of us are in peace. Peace with ourselves. Perhaps you should pray.
Pray for what?
For forgiveness.
Forgiveness for what?
Forgiveness for everything your family has done.
Get out of here! Oh, or I'll place a curse on your heads! Both of them!
All the same.
Judge, I couldn't find Clifford. Clifford! Clifford, where are you?
In the garden, sister.
Clifford the judge!
Let him sleep. He's needed.
My God, what will become of us?
Come, we mustn't stay here too long.
Does he know what he's done? Oh God, does he know what he's done?
Why are you so hesitant?
Awaken me, Clifford. This is just a nightmare.
Come, you need to sleep.
They're up to something.
It's none of our business.
Since when are you so self-righteous?
Please, Dixie, I don't feel right about this.
Miss Pynchon!
She's gone. We saw her go.
She probably went around just to fool us.
I'm not going with you.
Then maybe you should go and get the constable.
Dixie, stay out of that place.
Go! Hello? Judge Pynchon?
Oh God.
Sit, Hepzibah. People can wonder what's wrong with you.
What's wrong with me? I want her to be perfectly happy. Perfectly content. All's right.
Aren't you happy?
Clifford. Clifford.
some old house in the country. With old Jaffrey Pynchons just sitting there, all alone. Let some things slip aside. Take my advice. We're in the midst of life now.
What is this place, Clifford? Where are we going?
Go as far as our money will take us.
But we've already ridden full day on the train.
So, it was wonderful. The ride was so smooth, and it went so fast. Makes one wonder what's wrong with the world.
That, Clifford, first thing gives me great haunts with sailors. Evening, folks. What do you have?
Have some ale. And oysters. A platter.
Yes, sir. You must have a bit of money to burn.
We're celebrating.
Are you now? And what just might be this celebration?
We left something behind.
Clifford, we don't usually celebrate and leave things behind, do we?
It's a house. In Salem.
Salem?
A house with 7 acres. It's a creepy, crazy, cracked, dingy, dry-rotted, droopy old house.
And you found someone to buy it.
No, we left it to an elder man,
Clifford!
sitting in an oak elbow chair, dead,
Clifford, please!
blood running from his mouth. He painted the whole place.
I'll go get your help!
You think I'd be happy in a place like that?
No, sir!
Then why should I?
Clifford, please! People will think you're mad. What are you doing? You've taken me away from my home. The only place I've ever known. To abandon me in an inn somewhere?
Hepzibah.
I'm here, Clifford. I'm always here. What are we to do now?
I don't know. I don't care.
What's wrong?
A cloud's darkened this place. It's led me here.
It's not here, Clifford. Not there. Everywhere. It's the judge.
No. No, I'm just tired.
Shall I take the lead?
Oh, please do.
God, are we not thy children? Have mercy on us. Tell us what to do.
Nettie, get away from there.
I want a gingerbread man.
You know what Mother said.
Mrs. Cumber's gingerbread is half the size of Mrs.
Get
Pynchon's.
away. On.
No.
Best listen to your sister, child. There's evil in that house. 'Tis the house of death.
Remember old Judge Pynchon?
The gaunt-looking man with the big black coat.
The scary man?
What
Died
is
in this very house, not 3 days ago. Found him sitting in a chair, blood running from his mouth.
It was the curse again, as sure as we're standing here.
Oh, God, come on, Nettie.
But the gingerbread.
It would be bad luck to buy things from this shop.
Go.
Hey, you're hurting me.
Do you think old Maid Pynchon killed him? What else could have happened? He'd held her in property since their uncle died. He probably reduced her to bayonet at her feet, laughed at her face, and well, in just a small speck, with a butcher knife.
For the life of me, I just don't see her killing anyone. Or maybe it was in those eyes of hers. Those were the eyes of a...
Go ahead, say it. A murderer?
But why did I always feel a tinge of pity when I saw her?
It wasn't like the woman was without feeling. Believe me, she killed him. Or may God smite me in a mighty blow.
Dixie, what's wrong?
You're mocking me, House. Be your most faithful confidant. I know your secrets because I know what you've been through. How your gables went to heaven, but lead to hell. How your bricks have stood so long, but held up so few. And how your rafters have supported so much, but been so weak. But eventually, your base will build to something a lot stronger. You gloomy monstrosity. Eventually, the human heart will cast open your windows and allow sunlight into every one of your corners. That's something you'll never understand.
Tell me this isn't true, Mr. Holgren.
Phoebe, may I take your bags?
I don't know where.
You've returned.
You seem pleased.
Yes, I mean, nothing's been the same since you left. So yes, I'm pleased.
But my poor cousins.
You've heard the story?
It's all anyone ever speaks of. And bits and pieces, of course. They usually stop talking the moment I come around. Is Cousin Hope still here?
No, nor was Clifford.
Then they have fled.
Well, they didn't have much money, so they couldn't have gone far.
But guilt will drive desperate victims to horrible ends.
Guilt?
You don't need to protect me from the truth, Mr. Holder.
I don't intend to.
Please. I'm confused and I'm frightened already without...
I'm sorry.
There have been so many secrets and lies told between the walls of this bleak old place. I just don't know what to believe.
Well, allow me to tell you the truth. And maybe a walk along the seashore will restore your spirits.
How do you know the secrets, Mr. Holder?
It's my job to know. I'm an artist, remember? An artist seeks out the truth. And let me tell you that as far as Clifford and Hepzibah are concerned, this all started about 20 years ago, when Judge was still Jaffrey, and he lived a life just this side of Hangman's Noose. He had come to his uncle's house for money for raising gambling debts, again.
Be quiet, you blackguard. You'll wake wicked old Uncle Jaffrey. Oh, why in the world was I cursed for that fool's namesake? Now there must be something of value lurking about in this tomb. What's this?
What are you doing here?
How ill you look, Uncle.
What are you doing here?
I need some cash.
Get out before I call the constable.
Call the constable? On your own flesh and blood? Your namesake?
I've had it with you.
I see that. You've written me out of your will and made Clifford your beneficiary.
How dare you?
Oh, I'll dare. I'll dare anything I like. You underestimate me, Uncle.
When can I underestimate a snake?
How dare you? Do not call me a snake. I could break you in half. And perhaps I will.
Get out!
Make me.
She was right about you. You are evil.
Who said that?
Your mother.
And I'm sure she's enjoying her spot in hell.
How dare you? Get out of here and never come back. You are out of my will, out of my life, and out of my house.
Who wants any part of this house? Who wants any part of the cursed Pynchon clan?
Get out and never come back.
What's wrong, Uncle?
Please, call a doctor.
I don't think a doctor will be of much help.
Please, help.
It must be that nasty old curse. God will give you blood to drink. Isn't that right? And I'm sure you've had your fill. Oh, the strain must have just been too much. Well, now that you're out of the way, we don't need this new thing. Now when there's a perfectly good will locked in your secretary upstairs. Do you see what I mean about underestimating people? Clifford? Oh, are you in the parlor? Uncle? Uncle, what happened? Uncle, no!
Master Clifford, what's wrong?
Uncle Jaffrey!
What have you done? What have you
Nothing.
done, sir?
I came upstairs.
Ah!
Nothing.
But Cousin Clifford hadn't done anything.
Still, he was brought to court and tried for murder.
He hadn't stabbed poor Jaffrey Pynchon to death.
No, but they said he killed him with death threats.
He must not have been convicted.
On the contrary, he was convicted. But out of newfound goodness in the judge's heart, he made it so that he could take care of Hepzibah. They inherited the house, but nothing else. He got everything. He saw to it that he inherited everything else in the house. Dallas does.
She's weeping for Cousin Clifford.
No, Alice doesn't weep. Someone's here.
Thank you for bringing us back, Hepzibah.
I don't know what else we could do, brother. We have to face this. We're home.
Cousin Phoebe, have you really returned to us?
Dear child.
And Mr. Holgrave, did you fetch Phoebe for us?
No, I don't let her come back on her own.
I came the moment I heard about what happened.
The judge, I'm afraid, cursed us in life as well as death. I expect to hear the constable in the shop any second.
You're being far too grim, Miss Pynchon.
What do you mean?
The doctor examined the judge's body. He said that he died of natural causes. He had a stroke.
Is this true?
I was hoping you hadn't gone off too far. So there's so much more that you need to hear.
A stroke?
Cover your ears, don't thank you. This is twice in 2 days that our
Thank you, Mr. Holgrave.
Look, but there's more. The judge he left no will. Therefore, you and Petra inherit everything in the Pynchon name. All of it.
Do you know what this means? I don't have to sell another cent in that shop. Clifford, we are free. We'll walk by the sea.
I'm free to do whatever I want.
Yes, Clifford. Let's get out of here. I don't want to spend another night in this house.
Let's go.
You've indeed brought good news, Mr. Morgan.
Yes, but I'm afraid it's had a little effect on you.
You're wrong. I'm happy for my cousins. Now all this hate is going to lay to rest.
I don't know if the answer to my question is the right one.
What do you mean?
I made my living trying to get words and images in my life, but now it seems my skills seem to fail me. I'm trying to find some way to tell you that you've been the best part of my life since I saw you step in that carriage weeks ago. You brought happiness not only to your cousins, but to me as well. I've been trying to find some way to tell you that an hour with you seems like a year, and a year from you seems like an hour. There has to be some way that you never leave, always stand by my side.
I will marry you, Mr. Holden. For I've loved you since the first moment I saw you in the shop.
Our shop, our garden, our house.
If only it could be.
But it can be. Haven't you wondered why I've taken such an interest in you and your family?
I've never questioned the kindness of your heart.
My heart is filled with the ambition to lay this Pynchon curse to rest. I could have let it eat away at my soul like it has for so many of my ancestors.
Your ancestors.
Would you have any opportunity to pick them in Mall rather than Mulgrave? I couldn't tell you for fear of losing you. Would your cousins let me stay here knowing I was from some wizard who lives their family? But I am a Mall. And with my cousins, my relatives who built this house, and my ancestors who was hanged with the Witching family.
Is this some trick?
No, it's an end. Our little throw the path behind you, start anew.
Well, we can't build a life on deception.
Please, Phoebe, would your family let me stay here knowing this? Would you even look at me, will and fall in love with me?
I think I hear someone in the shop. Good afternoon.
Is it true?
We heard Miss Pynchon is moving into the judge's country home. She owns everything from here to Portsmouth.
My cousin inherited the judge's property. It's true.
But the Pynchons have been living here for over 150 years.
Alive and dead.
It's our house now.
Our house?
You and Mr. Holgrave?
Mall, you mean, but that is my true name.
And I shall be Mrs. Mall, wife of the writer and daguerreotypist. Does that answer enough for you, Mr. Mall?
You've made me very happy.
Look, Dixie. Look at the house. It's lighter now. Maybe it'll know some happiness.